All right, so we're going to start off the test first with the Arc Pro. So we're going to start off with the Arc Pro. We're going to straight to turbo mode in flood. Here we go. So if you see that those pencil trees on the right, those are 110 feet away. So this is what you're getting with that flood mode. We'll go to spot. So you see the spot 110 meters away. Then you will probably be able to make out somebody's back here doing some crazy stuff in your alley, in your backyard. You might be able to make out what's in his hand. Maybe not so much with flood, but you see a lot more right near you. And of course, you still get the UV and you get the laser. Here's what the laser looks like when you throw it on. You can see spotting at that tree right there. Let's go with the Arc Pro Ultra. We're going to go straight to turbo mode with the flood. So there's a turbo mode with the flood, and then we'll go to the spot beam, which should be basically the same with the Ultra. I do feel like, me personally, I just kind of feel like it is a little bit more with that flood mode. I'll show you against a garage door here in a second, but I feel like I get a lot more out of the Ultra. All right, so here we go. We're going to go flood mode against a garage. Let's go with the regular Arc Pro. So there's the turbo mode. You can see that trash can. You can see the house. You can see the fence. Let's go with the turbo mode on the Ultra. And there you go. So you're just getting a nice, clean, we'll go both at the same time. You can kind of see just about the same when there's a spot for both of them. This is the one that's shaking up and down now. That is the regular Arc Pro. This is the Ultra. So the spot are basically the same. They're the same emitters, but the flood, they're just a little bit different. I personally, it's kind of hard to tell on camera, but I really can tell the difference when it comes to, let's zoom out a little bit, when it comes to coverage. So let's just go to the regular Arc Pro by itself with the flood bug. So here we go. This is the flood, the turbo mode with the flood on the Arc Pro. Turn it off, and here's the Arc Pro Ultra. So you're getting that. I just really think you're getting just a little bit more out of the Arc Pro Ultra. Both of them still got the laser that can be turned on at the same time while you're using the light. Let's go down to, there you go. So there's the laser. That's low, medium, high. So low, medium, and that's high. You're still able to use the laser at the same time. So very good. All right, so you saw the outdoor testing for the Olight Arkpro and the Arkpro Ultra. Fantastic flashlights. I think they're just really good, okay? And so if you want my bottom line up front, if you're trying to figure out X1, which one do I go with? Do I go with the Arc Pro or do I go with the Arc Pro Ultra? I'm going to be honest with you. I personally would go with the Arc Pro Ultra, mainly because this is made with 6061 aluminum. This is made with OAL or Olight's aluminum, which a lot of people are saying it's 775 aluminum, meaning it's going to be more durable, more dent resistant. It's going to be able to take a drop from higher distances without taking dents and stuff like that. It also has a slightly higher lumen output. The flood mode does have their in-house LED, the EP1 or the EIP. And the thing about that is that it does, to my eye, the flood does have a just a better usage for more lumen. And this is kind of hard to see, but the actual moonbeam mode or moonlight mode is lower on the Arc Pro Ultra. So if you're in those environments like a bedroom at night, you're trying to search for something, you're trying to be very quiet or whatever, I think it's going to be easier to do with the Arc Pro Ultra. Now you may have said to yourself, X, yeah, okay, that's cool and all, but the Arc Pro Ultra only comes out in one color. Well, for their 19th anniversary, they're actually dropping their Onyx color. So they got this colorway. They're kind of bringing back the OG. I'll unbox this for you real quick just to show you what it looks like, what you get in the box. And they're also dropping some other flashlights, which we'll talk about in some future videos. They got the Baton 4 Ultra, the Baton 4 Pro, but you're getting this bad boy here. It's actually, they've always been really known for their materials. They've always been really known for their proprietary charger. They've introduced the USB-C on there. it just makes it that much better. So if you're trying to find a really good EDC light, this thing works really well for that. So you do have to charge this before you can use it for the first time. So mine's not going to work out the box. But what is the other big differences between the Ultra and the regular Arkpro? Well, first off, look at that new Onyx black. Just look at the coloring on there. It just looks really good. I love just the subtle features of it. It's very slick if you're trying to do a blackout kit or something like that. So it does have this pulsating light on the front, which is supposed to be the more you use the Arkpro Ultra, the more that light changes colors. I think it's more gimmicky, but maybe you'll find it useful. That's maybe something that you really care about. For me personally, I've carried the Arkpro for quite a while. I had the original one that came out here, and I actually laser engraved Marine X on there. You can get laser engraving done on their website. I did this myself, but I quite like the Ultra. It is something I've found myself carrying more often than not. You can just tell the difference between those. So I think that for me personally, the Ultra is the way that I would go if you're trying to figure out which one's going to be right for you. In this new colorway of the Ultra, oh, guess what else do you get in the box? Okay, so you get, of course, they give you instructions about what all those pulsating colors mean. The glowing symbol briefly pulsating when activated. As you progress through a total of 7 different colors, the arc beat reflects on every moment of the Ultra, illuminated your journey. Basically, I guess it's just a cute way to say how old the battery inside is. That's like the easiest way that I see it. You're also getting their MCC charger in here, which the MCC charger does charge slower than USB-C, but it could be more convenient to just leave this thing sitting around and slap it on a charging surface if you need to charge up your device or whatever. So let's get this thing a little bit of a charge so that we can at least see if what does it come. What percentage does it come out the box with? And I think I'm just going to use USB-C on this bad boy. You do get that fantastic cover on the side for the USB-C charger. Plug this up, and it's actually already 50% charged. It won't activate for the first time until you plug it up. It should work now that I've plugged it up for a second. There you go. So as soon as you plug it up for the very first time, it's like they put something in here that lets it be known like, okay, it's okay to activate itself. A few other key subtle differences with the regular is the actual indicator on the light. So you do get that same UI indicator on the side, but the UI indicator is just a little bit different on the Pro and the Ultra. It's a little bit more granular, I guess the easiest way to describe it. So if I turn that on, you can see one of them is just like a little wavy lines, and one of them is like graduated lines. They still both will tell you what output that you're on one side of the flashlight, the other, and it would tell you what the battery percentage is on the other side of the flashlight. So when it comes to the differences, the lumen output is something that I think you legit can notice. You will see it on the flood mode of the different emitter. And I think it's something that alone makes it worth it to get the Ultra. But you definitely can tell. And I really do think that the Ultra's moonbeam mode, just a little bit lower, is just much more handy for me in my personal life. Like right now, it's after midnight when I'm making this video, and Mrs. X is asleep. When I walk in there trying to fumble my way in bed, I want a nice moonbeam mode that doesn't put out a ton of output. So that is what works for me. But let me know which one works for you. First time stopping by, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you part of the battalion. If this is not your first time stopping by, well, thank you once again for watching me run my grape. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.